The US dollar index is a very important chart. It's one of the ones I watch the closest. At this point, the dollar is very dependent on military, and that includes space. As I said, tax reform will be strong from the dollar, but it could put countries around the world who've got very heavy dollar borrowings in a bear trap. I've talked about that for the last 2 years. It hasn't happened. But if you look at the charts, Rambus really does show you why the dollar is stronger than you might think. And he underscores the importance of this 92 to 104 channel that we've been trading back and forth in. I always recommend to people, if you want to understand the challenges with the dollar, to read the article that The Economist had. They did a big spread on the dollar a few years ago. It was called Dangerous but Dominant. And the reality is, if you look at how the financial markets work globally, the dollar is very dominant in terms of liquidity and trading within the financial system globally. The market share is dropping, but with the debt growth model, you've got a lot of countries around the world who have borrowed tremendous amounts of money in dollars, and that means they owe dollars, and that creates a demand for dollars. But the dollar has a lot of strength behind it, particularly if the military continues to be successful. This is why what happened with the rammings of the Navy ship was so dangerous and of great concern to Dr. Farrell and I. We talk about it in News Trends and Stories. This puts a lot of weight on Mattis, Secretary of Defense, and Kelly, Chief of Staff, but with a military background, because Congress is now authorizing huge military increases to restore the standard line military. I think could use a lot of rejuvenating if what you want is performance. And so trying to rebuild a performance-oriented organization is more than a huge challenge. A lot of that money has gone to basically prop up the stock market and buy contractors. So let's see if that just continues to happen. The industrials reflect that push to both rebuild the military and rebuild industrial capacity in the U.S., not be dependent on Asia or outsourcing, which creates a lot of political risks. All of this puts a heavy dependence on space, because whether you're trying to be a unipolar empire or you're trying to be successful as Fortress America in a multipolar world, you need high performance in space. And that means satellites, and unfortunately, I'm assuming from everything we're watching, it means space weaponry.
It is time for a bold new stroke in strategic planning.
In the future, he who controls space may well control the future of mankind.